Thank you so much for that. In the meantime, some thanks back to Caitlin Francis with Pinpoint Traffic.
All right, thanks, Mark. We are currently putting those bells away here this morning. All right, you're going to need the sunglasses at least this morning, and then as you heard Mark mention, that'll change later throughout the day. But that's a live look in the Hartford area. Let's go outside to the Waterbury area, the lower deck of the Mixmaster, where there were a little bit of construction. Any delays that we were seeing earlier this morning have pretty much cleared since then. So just take it easy, take it slow if you run into those work zones. I'm Caitlin Francis with your Connecticut Chevy Pinpoint Traffic Report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers. Stay with us. Channel 3 Eyewitness News. We'll be right back.
From WFSB, Connecticut's #1 local news, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News this morning.
It is 6 o'clock on the dot, and we start with the latest on the coronavirus outbreak here in Connecticut. You are watching Eyewitness News this morning. We are streaming, of course, live on the Channel 3 streaming news app. Good morning. Thank you for being with us on this Friday morning. I'm Eric Parker. Nicole has the morning off. The state is still on track to reopen on May 20th. Not that far away, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. Here's what we know right now. There are nearly 32,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in our state. Almost 2,800 people have died. But there is some good news, some positive news. Hospitalizations are down again. That's one of the big criteria as we move toward that partial reopening a bit later on this month. Much more on that coming up in just a few minutes. But for now, let's get to weather and traffic together every 10 minutes. Mark Dixon is in this morning from his home in Wethersfield. And Mark, you know the only meteorological fact I know one meteorological fact, and that is what happens on May 10th.
May 10th.
That's all I know. And it's not working out for me this year.
Yeah, 70. No.
I spend the whole
May
year
10th is when the average high goes to 70 degrees. Yeah, we're not going to see 70 anytime soon, unfortunately. In fact, it's back to winter we go as we head into now the second weekend of May here across Connecticut. Now, it's not bad currently. We had a cold front move through overnight. It brought some showers to the state. Those have come to an end early warning pinpoint Doppler, it is dry, and it will be dry until this evening. So our temperatures across the state currently, we're dipping to the mid and upper 30s now in the Northwest Hills behind that front. We're 46 in Hartford, 49 from New Haven, 45 Willimantic, and 48 currently in Groton. You can see that west-northwesterly breeze. Again, not too terribly strong, but it's that wind direction that's filtering some of that cooler air into the state. So yesterday, we hit highs in the mid 60s. Today, we're going to hit highs in the mid and upper 50s. All right, so looking throughout the region, while we do have a clear sky now and a beautiful sunrise, clouds will start to increase as the morning progresses, as a storm system from the west begins to approach, and it's going to further develop once it hits the east coast. So we'll time it out on FutureCast, showing the clear, bright start at 7 a.m., but by midday, dim sunshine, if not becoming just outright overcast, and then rain develops and starts to overspread the state between 5 and 7 this evening. And by, say, 11 o'clock tonight, look at those shades of blue, western and northwest Connecticut, as some colder air begins to move in, looking for a transition over to some snow. That will be the case from west to east before it ends, well before daybreak tomorrow. And then throughout the course of our Saturday, we were looking for a mix of sun and clouds. We've got cold air aloft in tandem with the daytime heating, maybe an isolated rain or snow shower during the afternoon tomorrow. So a coating to 2 inches should do it for the northwestern hill towns, coating to an inch throughout the hills of northeast Connecticut. In the meantime, this afternoon, forecasting highs in the mid and upper 50s, inland mid 50s along the shoreline, with that rain becoming likely, again, by the traditional evening commute time. We'll have much more on the winter-like chill that's coming this weekend and what to expect for Mother's Day ahead of the 7-day forecast. In the meantime, send things back to the station and to Caitlin Francis with Pinpoint Traffic.
All right, thanks, Mark. Happy Friday, everybody. If you are heading out, we are delay-free across the state. All that overnight construction is wrapping, and we have no major incidents to report. This is a live look at 95 in the New Haven area. You can see things moving pretty smoothly there. I want to switch the camera up for you quickly so you can take a look outside into the capital city. We are also delay-free. Grab the shades, at least for this morning, because you might need them if you're heading out the door. I'm Caitlin Francis with your Connecticut Chevy Pinpoint Traffic Report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, let's get to our coronavirus outbreak coverage now. It's only a week and a half away that the state is expected to partially reopen the economy. And in order to do that, there are 7 metrics that need to be achieved. And we got an update on each one from the governor. Channel 3's Caitlin Francis is here now to break it all down for us. So what are the 7 metrics, Kate?
All right, Eric, so it ranges from everything from available testing to contact tracing. And the one metric we are actually up to speed on is a 14-day decline of hospitalizations. Governor Ned Lamont announced hospitalizations went down again yesterday with 1,385 people in the hospital. And while the number of cases and related deaths continue to increase, that decline in hospitalization is a good indicator we're heading in the right direction. Lamont says there's actually space at hospitals, so some of those overflow areas are being taken down. We're at about 40% capacity. They'd like to see the state get to 20%. A main focus is now on protecting those vulnerable populations, including first responders, at-risk urban communities, and nursing homes. That's an area the state needs to see improvement on, as well as that increased testing availability.
I think you're going to see real progress on our testing capacity and implementation over the next 2 weeks and over the next 6 weeks.
So something that we'll have to keep our eyes on, but having enough PPE is also another important factor in reopening the state, as we expect a big shipment tomorrow, so some more good news there. For a full list of those 7 metrics, head to the Channel 3 app. You can see exactly how well we're doing or not in each area. And then coming up, we're going to talk more about some of the measurements and guidelines the state's using to make these kinds of calls. Caitlin Francis, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.